Frank Ehrhardt, John R. Wood Properties, Christie's International. Welcome to the Southwest Florida Real Estate Market Update for February 2026. For the month, median sales price for Cape Coral was down about 4% to $375,000, but it's actually up 7% from our low that we occurred back in July of 2025. So good news, we seem to have stabilized on pricing in Cape Coral. Active number of listings right now, it's down 21%. So at 3,924 listings. That's 1,000 units less on the market this year than there were last year. So that's a good sign for our market as well. Number of units sold in the month. We sold 457 units in February. That's up 23% from the prior year. So again, another very positive sign for the market. And then going over to the median days to sell, it took 52 days to sell on median. And that's down from 61 a year ago. And that leaves us with about a 9-month supply of inventory. That's down from 13 months a year ago. So my outlook for Cape Coral, obviously we've got a little bit more activity than we saw last year, which is a great sign. Inventory is down. We've got about 4 weeks left before the unofficial end of season, which is Easter. So sellers that are priced well, show well, and are motivated are selling. Buyers are still hesitant and looking for deals right now. Month median sales price was down 9% from the prior year, and that was at $335,000. If you take a look at the number of active listings on the market right now, we've got 4,382 active listings on the market. Good news, that's down 17% from the prior year. Taking a look at the number of units sold, there were 457 homes and condos sold and up 14% from the prior year. So we're definitely seeing more activity. Median days to sell took 61 days this year versus 49 a year ago. And the number of months of inventory right now, currently we have a 10-month supply, solidly a buyer's market, but down quite a bit from 13 months a year ago. So my outlook for Fort Myers, inventories come down. We've seen a little bit more activity. Prices, I still think we've got some downward pressure on pricing for Fort Myers. For the month, the median sales price of $580,000, that's down 33% from the prior year. Again, limited number of transactions can greatly skew that. Active listings right now on Fort Myers Beach, we've got 611, and that's down slightly from 624 a year ago. Taking a look at the number of sales during the month of February, there were 50 homes sold, and that's up quite a bit from 27 a year ago. And actually looking at the median days to sell, 88 days versus 35 days a year ago. And then finally, that leaves us a 12-month supply of inventory, down significantly from 23 months a year ago. So my outlook for Fort Myers Beach, our unofficial end of season is Easter, which is about 4 weeks away. I think we're going to see some sellers that become more motivated over the next couple of weeks. Buyers are still looking for deals, a lot of inventory still. I still think we're going to see some downward pressure on pricing on the beach. During the month, median sales price was $775,000. That's down about 24% from the prior year. Taking a look at the active number of listings that we have, there's 635 listings on the market right now, and that's up just slightly from 630 a year ago. The number of sales for the month of February was 42, and that's up quite a bit from 18 a year ago. So we are seeing quite a bit more activity on Sandcap. Median days to sell was 71, and that's up from 35 a year ago. That leaves us about a 15-month supply of inventory currently, and that's down significantly from 35 months a year ago. So my outlook for Sandcap, we've got about 4 weeks left before the unofficial end of season, which is Easter. And during that time frame, I think we're going to find more sellers that become motivated. Buyers are still looking for deals. There's still a lot to choose from. So I think we're going to see some downward pressure from now through the end of summer. Median sales price for the month was $659,000. That's about exactly where it was a year ago. Taking a look at the active number of listings in Naples, there's 7,638 listings, and that's down about 11% from the prior year. So we're starting to see less inventory on the market, which is good for Naples. Number of sales for the month, there were 694 homes and condos that were sold. That's up 16%. So we are seeing more activity this year versus last year. Number of days to sell, it was 63 days this year versus 54 a year ago. And months of inventory, currently Naples has 11 months of inventory, solidly a buyer's market. However, that is down from 14 months a year ago. So my outlook for Naples, prices have stabilized. Inventories come down quite a bit. I think over the next couple of weeks, as we get to the unofficial end of season of Easter, I think we're going to see more people pulling their homes off the market I think it'll be a quiet summer, but again, I think prices will remain fairly stable. I'm one of the top producing agents here in Southwest Florida. Happy to help you with any of your buying or selling needs. My contact information is below.